Hi, today I just want to show you a little video of this transformation that we're going to do. This is our start. We've got some old green in here. We've got some old tint through here, which I'm going to have to try my best to lift out. And we're just going to see how blonde we can get it, and then we'll decide on what we're going to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is see how I'm going to get this green out. So I've mixed up a little bit of high lift tint and 20 volt. And a little bit of just bleach and 10 volt, and I'm just going to see which one is going to work best on the green before I start. So this is the bleach right now that I'm just going to put on. It's just bleach and 10 volt. So just do a little test strand in the back just to see if it's going to work or not. I'd rather know now. And this one is just high lift tint and 20 volt. And I just want to see like what's going to happen, which one's going to perform the best, and then I'll know what to do with this green, because every time is different. There's not really one method that works for me every time, so I always like to just do a strand test. You can stop. Okay, I just got my camera back on because this has not even been in the hair for literally 30 seconds, and come close up here, that green is just gone. What the hell? Like, that's how green it was, and it's 30 seconds. This is the bleach and 10 volt. But it's not what I expected. Like, I thought I was going to get blonde. I don't know what's happened here. Come closer, Jess, really close. So there's no green, like, at all. But it's gone just like back to a browny sort of colour. It is so weird. I'll just have a look at the high lift tint now and see if it's kind of done the same thing. That is so weird though. I've never had that happen ever. Especially with bleach. Like, what the hell? Oh yeah, so the high lift tint has worked as well, but it hasn't gone blonde. So I don't know what's going on with that. Well, given the results, I think I'm going to go ahead with bleach. I'm going to do a full head of foils. I'm going to do, zoom out a bit. I'm going to do bleach and 5 volt on these ends, because I think they've already been pre-lightened and I don't want to, kill them. So I'll do bleach and 5 volt on this part of the hair, and then I'm going to do bleach and 30 volt on this part of the hair because it's tint, and we're going to leave like a nice little root fade and just go ahead with a full head of foils. But I'm glad that I did my test, so now I know what to do. Easy. I'm just showing you how I'm applying this. So this is bleach and 30 volt with Olaplex. I'll get like most of that product off in the mids, saturate it, and then just kind of slowly working my way up and trying to feather it as much as possible. So you don't want to just go get a big blob of product and be like, blob, get it all off here. Then I'll just feather it up. And then once I've done that, I'll put my hand underneath, kind of spread it apart and like really, really saturate it. You can see I'm wearing gloves because I'm taking these foils like bigger than normal. And I use my hands to really saturate it so that bleach has got all the way through. Then okay, I've just got my green here, so here I'm just putting on bleach, 10 volt and Olaplex on the ends. And again, just make sure that that's thoroughly saturated. Then I'm going to get my foil, put that there. I wipe my hands every time, otherwise things get very messy. So wiping my hand before I grab my comb. Now I'm going to fold this just where the green was so that I'm not going to contaminate the peroxides. And then fold this up. Not the neatest foil work you'll ever see, but it does the job. And that's basically it. I'm just going to work up the head now. So that's taken me about an hour and a half to apply the whole head, and in that time I've already checked her hair probably about twice just to make sure that her hair's handling it okay. So this is what we've got after an hour and a half, and the green is gone, so that's really good. The green's not going to be an issue for me, but you can see up here where she's had the tint before, it's quite orange. So what I'm going to do now is just reapply the 30 volt to this orange part, because after a while the bleach just stops working, and you can kind of see that there's not enough on it anymore, like it stopped working. So we'll reapply, and then I might just hit it with a bit of heat. I'm going to just check these ends. because you just want to make sure that the hair is, you know, handling it okay. So I'll give it a little bit of a pull, make sure it's okay, and it's okay. I did only end up using 5 vol on those ends. And yeah, I'm glad that I did, because it's been in for an hour and a half and it still feels fine. So we're just reapplying this now. Reapply the whole thing over that orange, hit it with the heat, and then should be golden, literally. I'm just going to show you what I'm actually doing. Oh, this one actually looks quite good. Still a few orange bits, so I'll reapply. So what I'm doing is leaving the ends out of the foil as I'm reapplying. And that is because they're already quite light. I don't really want to go over lightening them. And because I'm putting heat on these as well. So I'm just keeping it out of the way like that. And then when I come back through, I'm going to put heat on it just with my hairdryer. So those ends will be okay because they're left out. So now you can see the orange band has gone. I've left those ends out and I've just hit those foils where that orange band was at the top with the heat. Now that it's gone, the hair is pretty well even right through. And if you look close over here, the ends are probably sitting at about a level 8. They are feeling okay, and I do want to just push them that one little bit extra. So I'm thinking now I'm going to take all these foils out and just kind of run that 30 volt through just for a couple of minutes before I wash it. So I think we're coming up to about 4 hours now that it's been, and I'm just going to start taking off the back because that's about as light as I'm going to need it to be. I think we've pushed it enough for one day. I love just pulling them all out in one go. Come out a bit. Nice. So this is what we've come out with after about 4 hours worth of bleaching. Turn your head a little bit. It's kind of straight. So as you can see, this is where she had her old tint. So it's gone a little bit more kind of orangey. And then this is where her green was, which has come out a bit more of a nice blonde. So what I'm going to do now is just dry it off, and I'm going to start, we've decided we're going to go with some pink and purple. This is how it's come out now. We've dried it all off, and as you can see, we've got a nice band. So we're going to go for pinks and purples, and if you just have a look at what I've mixed up over here. So I've got a darker purple and a lighter purple and a darker pink and a lighter pink, and I'm just going to put my darker colours over the more orange parts and the lighter colours over the less orange parts. So it's just going to be a nice mixture, and we're just going to try and kind of work with the canvas that we've got. And this is what it looks like once it's been put on. So I've just done a, as you can see from here, a pie section pattern, and I've just done one pink, one purple, one pink, one purple, just kind of all the way around the head. It's time to rinse this off now, and I'm just using stone cold water. I haven't used gloves, as you can see, because I don't like gloves. So yeah, you just want to use just cold, freezing cold water. Unfortunately, it's not very comfortable for the customers, but it's the best thing, and it stops the colours running together and bleeding. And I won't do a shampoo either. I'll just be really, really thorough with my rinsing. If I think it's all out, I might just give it a scrub to see, and if I get any foaming like that, then I know, okay, I haven't rinsed it, need to rinse it more. Yep. So a minute. 6 hours later, this is what we have. So tilt your head back a little. call this glam for the gram. And then I'll just turn your head kind of this way and back. I might take a few photos.